So I'm gonna edit the title, Tom.
All right. I'm gonna play the music. I gotta get out.
Yeah, it's all good. That's all good, man. Well, Berto, I think, is gonna play it right now.
They can definitely hear him. Tell Tom to mute the computer audio.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.
Yeah, Twiz. Looks Twiz. Good looks, Twiz. We knew that. So it's all gravy, baby.
Oh man. Little bit of a, what?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying what's up. We got some people in the chat already.
A little bit of a hectic start, but I feel like it's like, who's got their volume up? Which one of you guys got your fucking volume up? A little bit of a hectic start, but just like that, we're in it.
Just like that, we here. And this is Master None Podcast, episode 159. And we are here live. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
7 p.m. Tuesday. It's your boy Justin. Got the man over here to my left, Berto. We got Mr. Spasmodic is helping us out with the remote production due to the absence of Twiz. If you did not, if you didn't notice, he is MIA, but he actually not MIA. We know where he's at, and he's doing his thing. He'll be back soon. So thank you.
I think he's not here because he doesn't want to sit in this heat with us.
Yeah, it's a sauna down here. If I was trying to make weight, this is where I would go.
This is where you go.
This is where I would go if I was trying to make weight. So that's why I got shorts on. And this is not a bathing suit. These are some fire shorts. Shout out one of our sponsors. This is the Basics New York.
Yes, sir.
Fire clothing brand. So I just wanted to say, let's get the announcements out of the way.
Get the announcements out of the way.
Get them out of the way. So it's Master None Podcast, episode 159. We are live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. And we appreciate everybody that is able to tune into the live stream so that this way you guys can jump in the chat. It is our favorite part of the chat. And we do appreciate people just being live and watching the video content. It gives our discussions a little more context. If you cannot watch that video or tune in live, if you can't tune in live, you can check it out on the archive because it posts automatically after our shows are off the air, off broadcast. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you can check us out on all your favorite audio podcasts where you consume your favorite audio platforms where you consume your podcasts. That's Apple Podcasts, Google Play Store, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff, or Apple Podcasts. And if you don't find us on your preferred podcast platform, Berto,
you can contact us on our Discord. Join the Discord. Let us know what obscure app you use, and we'll put our stuff on there. And join the Discord even if you don't have anything, even if you don't want to tell us anything, because there's a lot of interesting conversations on there. And there's a topic suggestion page, which actually we pulled some stuff from tonight. So if there's ever anything you guys want us to talk about, let us know on there. Speaking of talking about stuff that people want to talk about, I know we didn't plan on talking about this tonight. There's a lot of talking about.
Yeah, a whole lot of talking about.
There's a whole lot of talking about. But I think David said talk about Adam 22 Fuddleton, and it's this whole situation with Adam 22. Whoever doesn't know, whoever's living underneath a rock, there's a guy named Adam 22. He has a YouTube channel called No Jumper. He's been around for a very, very, very long time. His new recently married wife has just did a adult scene with another man, and everybody's losing their fucking mind, right? But now there's this weird WWE beef thing going on where the guy who slammed his wife, Jason Love, is talking about how he was an interviewer asked him do you think that you slammed her better than Adam can? And he was like, oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. I think that this is a structured fake shit talking.
Yeah. I think this is just as fake as the cream pie.
Yeah.
I thought the cream pie was fake, and I think this whole fucking WWE thing was fake.
Allegedly, so I've been told. I have not seen any of it at all, not even 2 seconds of it, because this is, I don't agree with that kind of content.
The truth is, we flipped a coin on who would have to watch it. None of us wanted to watch it. I lost.
And Roberto, he took one for the team.
Yeah.
So Berto watched it for all of us for research purposes.
Now I'm on DBI. I got a crick in my wrist. It clicks every time I do this.
That's it, man. He took one for the team, and we appreciate him for it.
Yeah, and my opinion, fake cream pie.
Yeah, you're saying it's fake, huh?
I don't know. I got a kid, you know?
Yeah.
So some would say, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't have a kid, so I would say I have no idea.
It's a good thing I lost the bet and I had to watch the fucking film, because I'll tell you right now, I thought it was fucking fake. And I think this whole fucking thing that they're doing, their beef, like they're going back and forth, I think that shit's super fake too. And I think it's cringy.
Yeah, it is fake and it's cringy because Adam 22 did a response to it.
Yeah, I seen that shit. Dude, it was literally like a WWE match.
Yeah, he did a response to it, but he looked like he was intentionally being cheeky about it, you know, so I don't know what the hell is going on there. But yeah, but that word that Dave referred to him as, Fuddleton,
What is that? I don't know what that is.
we made that word ourselves.
Oh, did you make that up?
He and I, we had to talk about it. And, you know, because we were talking about just hilarious British slang.
Uh-huh.
And so then we got somehow, you know how a conversation goes in there.
Oh, yeah.
And thoughts go here and there. We got to a point where we should make up some British slang. You know how they have hilarious stuff like wanker
Yeah.
and all this stuff, you know? You know, your waste youth.
Yeah.
You know, your waste men. So I decided that I'm going to use a word myself, and I made up this word called Fuddleton.
Okay, what's it mean? Is it
A
like
Fuddleton is a dude whose wife gets slammed by someone else, but he pretends he don't know.
a cabron?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah. Like a cuck of sorts.
Yes, except the cuck knows about it because he's witnessing it.
Oh, this is behind this.
There's a person, turns a blind eye, he knows about it.
Yeah.
Comes home, finds things that are weird. You know, some boxers, whose are these? Mailman must have just delivered to the wrong house. Like, no.
Yeah. That's the bottom of the barrel of that like lineup.
Yeah.
Wherever cuck lives in that lineup, that situation is definitely
It's
underneath
below it.
100%.
It's below it.
Yeah, that's the situation where you take a bath with the toaster. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. You take a nice, long, deep swim
Yeah.
with every electrical appliance in your house.
And nobody knows. Nobody. What the fuck happened? We were so happy. It's like, nah.
I know.
He was a Fuddleton.
I don't know. He liked to make margaritas in the tub.
Yeah.
What can I say?
I told him no more margaritas in the
No
fucking
more
bathtub.
frozen margs in the tub.
You know what? That's way funnier because I believe that somebody's tried to do that at one point and accidentally like has done something to themselves.
100%. I guarantee that this podcast will spark the invention that is the waterproof blender for such occasions.
Have they not fixed that? You think the new Ninja, you think if you party with that thing, you're going down?
I think so. I said, please, with all these cold plunges, they can't play around. You know, you can't play around, man.
You know what freaks me out? When they got the lights in the pool?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. A lot of times I don't want to see what's going on under there.
Not even that. I'm just like, am I gonna fucking stick my dick into a Pikachu if I get in this fucking water? Like, what exactly is gonna happen? Like,
You're swimming in an aquarium, right?
yeah, like
know,
I
it's
don't want
weird.
to fucking touch that water and then instantly get shocked.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's
wanna-
scary. But
You want to get into the stories for today, man?
do you want to?
I don't know. I've
Let's do it.
all right. Go ahead.
I mean, there's one that we need to touch on. We have to touch on it. And that's Miss Gigi Hadid.
yeah.
Gigi Hadid, this just happened. The news came out today. I saw it 4 minutes after it was on Twitter. I sent it to you. Gigi Hadid, so for people that don't know, she's the daughter of, I believe he's like a real estate mogul or something like that. And his his daughters are Gigi and Bella Hadid, which they're just so happen to not only be from a rich ass family, they're also hot and supermodels and like funny and charismatic. So they're these big influencers. I don't know what's going on. Those are they definitely probably have some bonus holes. But what I want to, what we want to get to
Are they
is
American? Where are they from?
they are raised American, I believe, because they're pretty damn American with their, there's no accent or anything. Their culture is super liberal like America. So I don't know exactly where they were raised. I'm sure they might have bounced around with a rich dude like that. You never know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They were born in LA, actually. So that makes a whole lot of sense. But anyway, so Gigi Hadid being a rich supermodel and TV host, because I've been watching the Netflix show Next in Fashion.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's fire. And she hosts it. We'll get back to that. So she booked a private plane and flew with her friends to the Cayman Islands, like regular girls do.
Yeah.
You know, you book a private jet and you fly to the
Quick
Cayman
weekend.
Islands. Yeah, a little getaway.
Yeah.
You know, instead of driving in a dusty ass AC. So they flew out, and apparently there was some marijuana found on the plane. A small amount,
A
they say.
small amount of cannabis
Yeah.
was found on the plane, which,
With some smoking utensils, were the
Oh.
words they used in the article.
what do you think they had? You think there was like a fucking 6-footer in there? A little small bowl? What do you think? The pen thing? One of those one-hitters?
Yeah, it might have been a one-hitter with that little wooden thing that you swivel the top and,
Oh.
and jam the one-hitter in there.
Yeah, those are fancy things. I think these LA kids, they got something glass going on. That's old school.
All right. Do you think that it was really just weed?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, yeah, because if it was something else, we would be talking about it, right? Like the Coke in the White House. Now, the Coke hits the White House, and then all of a sudden they tell us, well, listen, 6 months ago, we found a dimmy. We found a little dime bag. And it's like, wait, what do you mean you found a dime bag 6 months ago? They're like, well, now that the Coke is out, this doesn't seem like it was really that big of a deal. We found a dime bag.
And this will soften the blow, and the 8 bundles are found next week.
So I believe that like if there's any other drug, if they found like more NyQuil than like a normal person should have on them, then
Yeah.
that would have taken precedent over like them
True.
having some bud on the plane.
It wasn't even in her bag. It was in her friend's bag. But they said that the plane was chartered in her name.
Yeah, so she's responsible for it.
Yeah, so she essentially, everything on there becomes her property.
That's wild.
That's crazy. I guess it's like, you know, somebody getting grabbed with something in your car.
Yeah. You think that like they landed and they realized it was there and there was like a triple, like a XXX, like, oh no, that wasn't XXX. Juice WRLD situation where they were just like, we gotta smoke all, except that wasn't weed. It's like, we gotta smoke all this weed before we fucking touch down.
No, I think that this is some privilege and just like, wait, what? Are you kidding me? Call dad. Like, do you know my dad? And they were like, get down. I don't know what they sound like in the Cayman Islands. What do they sound like?
They definitely sound like
They don't sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I was gonna say they sound like they're from Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right. So they're like, "Arr, get down."
Yeah, that's it. That boom, right
Yeah,
there.
you
Keep
go.
going. Keep going with that. Give me a little more of that.
Arr, get down. What's this? Marijuana? Arr.
Oh, damn, that's
Perfect.
very good. Yes.
I'll keep going.
Yes.
So
Jesus Christ, you're good at that.
telling you,
Because-
never even been there, and not once.
That's so funny.
So yeah, so they found a little bit along with the utensil, whatever that is. And Gigi Hadid actually has a claim, allegedly, that she says they were pressing them for bribery money.
I'm sure that's the case. And you know what?
Yeah.
They deserved it.
Yeah, and they're denying it.
Of course.
You know.
Listen, man, everywhere else that's not America and not like a very established fucking country, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
You get caught doing something you're not supposed to do, and you could pay to get out of it, or you could fucking, go to jail or pay the real consequences. And guess what? That's kind of the way it happens anyways, right? Except
Yeah.
it's just a lengthier process because you got to pay an attorney, you got to pay the court, you got to pay this, you got to pay that. This time you pay some asshole who's underpaid anyways.
Facts.
He looks the other way. You get to take your fucking one hitter and enjoy the rest of your fucking stay. But you're just so insulted.
Yeah.
You got to make this fucking big deal. Now look at you now.
I have to say though, before this guy got on and said, "I'm your pilot now," I think that there was definitely, not definitely, my opinion, no facts here, but I don't think it was a small amount of weed. I think that was what they agreed to say it was, because they were like, "This is crazy. You can't have this. You guys are in here like railing rhino horn.
Yeah.
You can't have this on here. You have 3 dolphins. You cannot have this." Like I think it was something crazy, and they must have called her dad, and he was like, "Jesus, are you serious?
Yeah, they
3?
say we can do something about the Dolphins, but the
Yeah.
weed must go.
The weed, it must go."
Yeah.
They were like, so I think it was something, and they were like, "All right, yeah, guys, we got to give him something."
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, a small amount, because they specified a small amount of cannabis.
Give him what's in the bowl.
Yeah, a small amount. I highly doubt there was a small amount of anything
Who
on
goes
there.
on vacation with a small amount?
Yeah.
That's not worth
a
the
good
risk.
point.
That's not worth the risk.
It's not worth the risk. You're right.
You got to
That's
go
a-
with the pack.
That's a very, very good point.
Yeah, you got to fucking. I mean, listen, man. If you're gonna go, you might as well go.
Listen, if you're gonna go for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least
And
have
you're
a
on a
story to
private
tell.
jet.
Yeah, they'll never put you on locked up abroad for a nickel bag. Never. You better smuggle some gold. You know. Oh, true story. Drop that till they write the check. That's why we have producers. You know what I'm saying?
Producer story there.
And real quick, Romero, I know the walls are bare. We're working on it, my friend. Today, if you can tell, the production value is back up where it needs to be. That was our focus for the day. That will come. But I want to get back to people
We're
getting locked
finally
up.
at the technical, like our technical go live.
Yeah,
Technically, we're back in.
Yes.
Now we just need to fix aesthetics.
correct. And I did want to get back to people getting locked
ahead.
up.
People
Did you
getting
see
locked up.
that girl from Houston that's
What?
locked up in Dubai?
No, what did she do? Did she go with a fucking weed pen or something?
No, she got ratchet with the rental car guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's America. And you know what they arrested her for?
For talking crazy?
For screaming in public.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is an outrage. And it's like, no. You know that Gambino song, that Childish Gambino song? This is America. Well,
Yeah.
this is not America.
Yeah, you know you can't spit in the street or curse publicly either, right?
Dude, no way. You know
Yeah.
that they'll like you have to maintain your property. You have to like take care of your house. You have to keep your car clean or they tow it. If they see a
crazy is
dirty
that?
car, they tow it.
You ever seen the video? I forgot what it is, but it's become a meme now, and it's a guy. I think he's like supposed to be like the dictator or president of like Venezuela, and he goes,
The dictator or president.
I don't know what they're calling that
of
dude.
America. I mean, of where?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Okay.
And he's like, talk too loudly, go directly to jail. He
Yeah.
goes, talk too soft, to jail. You know,
Yeah,
it's like that over
yeah.
there. You know?
Oh wait, that's like wasn't that a joke?
It's a skit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a skit. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, jail, go to jail. And he's got the beret on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
But that's what it's. Dubai's probably. I'd assume that they probably got some stringent laws, which probably make for a better society. That you might think that they're crazy, but now you're in jail.
Yeah, better subjective, but safer and cleaner for sure.
100%. They don't have fights at their Waffle Houses.
No, what? They don't even have Waffle House. Are you kidding me?
If they did have one, there'd be no fights at 4 a.m.
Bro, did you ever see there'd be none. Did you ever see, everybody's like in bed by 4 a.m. or you go to prison. Did you see the guy, there's this guy on, I think it's Instagram or something. He does these hysterical things where he's interviewing for Waffle House positions. No, oh my God. He's like, yo, how's your jab, B? He's like, yo, how's your jab? He said, if I was to come at you and curse at you, what you gonna do? He's like, oh, get the manager. Nah, bro. You need to be ready to scrap. You can scrap how much scrap you got in you. Yo, it's so funny. He's like, can you handle a hammer? Or are you scared of guns? Yo,
I know, I've never seen that.
Funny,
I'll tell you
bro.
what I have seen.
And then they played a video of that chair getting thrown at that lady behind the counter. And she catches it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you see that? You see the attentiveness? And she's ready. Are you ready? Yeah, so good.
Yo, that's the truth though. You gotta be ready to scrap when you go to Waffle Houses.
You have to.
You know what I have seen? The guy on Instagram that does he's like the hood IT guy.
I did see him. He's great.
Dude, that shit's
We're going to need to
hilarious.
change your password, right?
He said, what's your first baby mother's name? He said, what you mean you ain't got a baby mom's? He said, you know what? Never mind. I just seen your picture in the company portfolio or some shit like that.
You guess no buns.
You get no bugs. Dude, I thought that shit was hysterical. He said, I just see your picture in the employee directory.
Yeah. Yo, the terms he uses were on point, though.
Yeah, you can tell he works in like some kind of industry. He works at
Yeah.
home. He works from home.
Or he hears like his ratchet cousin working from home.
Yeah.
That is so funny,
Nah, that shit's
man.
hysterical.
I loved it. But yeah, so we got Gigi's in trouble. She need to reach out to Brittany Griner.
Last dude in jail. There's one more guy in jail that we got to talk about. Recently shanked up.
Oh, that's
Recently
right.
chefed up.
That's right. For anybody that's unfamiliar with Mr. Larry Nassar, I don't call him doctor because he's not a doctor in my opinion. He's a savage, disgusting animal from hell. This man, Mr. Larry Nassar, so if you're unfamiliar, he was the doctor that was the coach for the U.S. gymnastics team. And he did this for many years and ended up saying that, or ended up for these years where he was working there inappropriately and sexually assaulting athletes, young women, for the duration of his time. So now he's locked up. And apparently anybody that knows anybody from jail or knows anything about jail, they don't really play around with that kind of stuff. So he was allegedly, as the story goes, they were putting on the tennis match on the television. And he says, wait, put the girls on. Let's watch the girls. And one of the other inmates gets up and proceeds to juke him
Yep.
an estimated 10 times.
Stabbed him 10 times.
He got stabbed by this guy. So the fact that he's alive lets me know that they must have just like tossed everybody's cell, and this guy didn't have the supplies necessary to make a weapon that was really going to finish this dude. Because this is a pretty small guy.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
so-
glad I didn't kill him. I want him to fix him back up so
Yeah,
you can
that's
put
right.
him back in there.
And let him feel that fear that every time he goes out,
Yeah.
they're going to put him in protective custody now. Though he's not going to be with everybody. He's not going to be in what do they call it? What's the jail term? General population.
GP.
Yeah, GP, man. Yeah, he's definitely not. But yeah, so back to the decor. Shout out to Romero. He wants to send us something for the wall. Of course, man.
Dude, send it on down.
Send it. We have stuff, and we're supporting local people that watch the show. If you're an artist, if you're a photographer, if you have a brand of some kind, clothing brand, you make products, whatever it is, man, let us know. Send us a DM or something. We're more than happy to support local brands or people that enjoy the show and are actually trying to, pursue something like that on the side, or they have interest that they'd like to share. So what else we got, man? We got a couple other things.
Instantly, my mind says, like, make a joke
Let me know.
Make a joke about Justin, like, preferring, like, phallic things.
What's that mean?
I don't know the direct definition, but I believe it means, like perverse things. I think directly, like, dick things.
Oh, is that what that means?
I think so. I don't know that for a fact, but I believe so. That's how I used it. I might have used it incorrectly, but just so there's no confusion, I wanted to make a joke about you liking dick-shaped objects.
Yeah, you're right. Phallic is actually an adjective, and it's related to or resembling a phallus or erect penis, a phallic symbol. Mm-hmm. Well, no.
I know my fucking... Excuse me. I know my dick verbiage.
Yeah, there are many things like super bad.
Yeah.
You know how many incredible foods are shaped like dicks?
The best kind. Damn, did they catch the fucking Gilgo killer?
Oh my God, you're right. Speaking of jail, a whole lot of prison on this show.
Yeah.
Allegedly, they have caught him.
They believe they got him.
Well-
this guy's pretty fucking... They've got me convinced.
Yeah, they've got me convinced too, especially because without a trial, the commissioner went on a live statement. The Suffolk County Police Commissioner, he's standing at the podium and he's like, this man is a demon. He's evil and he walks among us. And I'm like, okay, dude.
So just tell me where your church is. I'll go, all right?
Yeah, I guess the guy's not going to court. I guess you're just deciding, and swaying the world.
Yeah.
You know?
It's... Man,
There is overwhelming evidence. So.
There is overwhelming evidence. That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah. Allegedly overwhelming evidence.
Yeah, but you know what? You're innocent until proven guilty, but fuck me.
Yeah, man.
Man, they're convincing me.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got a shot. I mean, OJ was...
Yeah, you're right.
There was so much evidence against him. I took a criminal justice class in community college, and the person that taught the class was actually the commissioner of the police department at the time.
Okay.
And he said the reason that he feels that OJ got off on that case was because there was so much evidence that it was just more likely that the defense could poke holes in it. He said there was so much evidence. He said they didn't even need that much evidence. And he also says the crime scene was mismanaged. But he says that it was just, when you have that much, what I compare it to in my mind is like when you get pulled over and they ask you where you're coming from, you just say work. Don't say like, oh, well, I'm coming from my friend's house because my friend, his car broke down and he needs some help changing the tire. Like, oh yeah, who's your friend? Where's your friend live? What kind of car does your friend drive?
That's how you get caught in a fucking lie.
And
you shouldn't tell him anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Comply. But yeah, the Gilgo.
Yes, Spaz says, Selden campus, were we classmates? Maybe. Oh shit, maybe. That's exactly where I took that. Huh, we don't have to touch base. That's exactly where I took that class. Go ahead.
It very well could be. I don't know what I was going to say.
Sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine. But I'm pretty sure it was fucking hilarious.
It was probably about Gilgo, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was a
Yeah.
real good. It was a one-liner. It was something we could turn into a short and maybe get millions of views off of. But it's just like that.
It's
right
just
around
gone
there.
just like that.
Yep,
It
it's
comes
all
out
right
easy
there.
and it leaves just the same.
Yep. It's like in taking enough fiber.
Ah,
Soft
okay.
on the way out.
soft on the way out, but it comes out nonetheless.
Comes out.
And hopefully you know when it's coming out. See, this one just fizzled away without your knowledge.
Yeah, slipped out.
Slipped right out.
Too much fiber. Took a shot of olive oil.
Max, lube that baby up.
Dude, that's fucking weird with people. I guess it's not weird, but like, what is that? Eastern medicine? Like when you, I guess Eastern medicine is like that.
Like holistic stuff?
Like holistic stuff. But I'm not going to say Eastern medicine. I'll use that word. Like holistic things or like natural remedies. Some of them be fucking weird.
Of course they're weird.
Like have a little bit of honey, some cayenne pepper, a little bit of lemon and shit. It's like, yo, I have this shit when I eat a salad and it never makes me feel better.
Yeah.
It's like.
They have crazy stuff, dude. You know that. You got an earache, put breast milk in your ear.
Is that
That's
a
a real
thing?
thing. Oh, yeah. I won't tell you where I heard that.
What's in the breast milk? Is it the...
It's completely not true and not accurate, and it will more than likely make the infection worse.
I seen a video of a guy talk. He's like, this dude's fucking yoked. He's definitely on all the fucking sauce.
Yeah.
And he's in the river. He's like, this is where we're supposed to be, where our body heals. In the sun, no sunscreen, getting a full spectrum of light and grounded in the river. This is how you heal. Not the way pharmaceuticals. I'm like, yo, you're going to start bringing people with like terminal cancer out there and like their culture's going to start dying.
Yeah, and the ones that don't have cancer, you're going to give them cancer by
With all
telling
that
them to
sun.
lay in the sun with no sunblock, all right?
I'm like, I don't, but this is like the thing with social media where it gets kind of out of hand. It's like, I hope nobody believes this dude, right?
Yeah. Oh, somebody will. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
People say the world is flat. Shit, come on.
I just recently heard, who is it that I heard recently, like 100% believes the world's flat? It was an interview I was watching, and it's John Zekas. You know who that is?
No, I know Zika virus.
No, he's this like YouTube personality, like Red Pill dude. And
Oh, I know him.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
he's so fucking funny.
He's hilarious. All right. I'm going to tell you right
Yo.
now. And I think he does. He talks with a lot of hyperbole but he is goddamn funny.
He is so fucking funny. He's like when I first found, he's not the top G, but he's like when I first found him where some of the stuff was like, wait, this is so crazy. It's funny. It's so funny. It's like, are you being fucking for real? Are you just
Sometimes I think
this?
he's trying to be intentionally abrasive and try to irritate on purpose because that's, any engagement pays the same dollars.
Yeah.
Like positive engagement doesn't pay you any more money than negative engagement.
Yeah, 100%.
Same thing.
So he was just recently doing an interview, and they were like, I read here that you believe that the earth is flat. And he goes, yeah, 100%, of course. Yeah. And he's like sold on that shit. Like
I think again, he's being
trolling.
inflammatory on purpose. Trolling has become a profession.
Yeah.
Soon you're going to be able to major in trolling.
You see Tekashi 6ix9ine completely making a transition to like Latin, like.
Oh my God. When you said completely making a transition, I said, what?
No.
I was like,
no,
oh
no,
my
no.
God. Now he's
No.
going to be Tekashi 9-6.
No, we'll talk about the Island Boys after this. Where I'm talking about Tekashi. He's been like, he put like a Spanish album, and then now he's like beefing with like other reggaetoneros. He's like beefing with like Anuel, and he's like,
Oh, yeah, I
he's
seen him
even
beefing with
getting him
Anuel.
to engage with him and everything.
He's going to get himself
He's
killed.
trolling him.
No, but this is not trolling American rappers, my friend.
No, I know it's much different when you're.
You want to get killed, you will succeed.
Yeah, but he's not messing with. At least Anuel's one of the safer ones. I think he's more Americanized.
I mean, listen, dude, that the people around these dudes don't play by those rules. You think that Fat Joe said he moved to Miami, literally moved to Miami because he said I had too many dudes around me that was willing to do crazy shit for me. He said I couldn't be up here. He said I had people, he said they come home doing 20 years and they come home and like, reporting for duty, sir. And they'd be like, yo, this the realest dude. He got 10 bodies. And he's like, no.
Yeah,
he
get
said,
away from me.
I can't. Like when you're that level, bro, and you have, a certain people that back you up, you can't control them.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. But I mean, he's talked shit about a lot of people. But I don't remember what my original point was going to be.
Was that the transition to Latin music?
Yes.
You said he was transitioning to Latin music.
And him trolling. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
now he's doing the same exact thing he did over here. Now he's doing it for Latin America.
That's crazy. What do you think is next for him? He's going to learn Brazilian Portuguese, and he's going to start doing
That shit wouldn't last long
that
in
bossa
Brazil.
nova music.
Nah. No.
No.
They'd shoot him in
Yeah, that won't
Brazil.
work.
If he's lucky, they shoot him. The
Yeah.
last thing he wants is one of those dudes to fucking shoot a double on him.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Start fucking
hell outta
when
here.
those Brazilians start pulling out your limbs
Riding backwards on a motorbike
Yeah.
on the back part and just hop off and
with
just
sandals.
just double you and just fucking come on, man. Put you in a darce.
No fucking way. You
Yeah,
want
no.
nothing to do with those guys. Now I don't know what's next for him. Honestly, I really don't care. I'm not like a huge like Tekashi fan. I am a fan of like. I like a good soap opera. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bit of a fucking chismoso. You know what I'm saying? I like a little bit of gossip. I like
Yeah,
a little
for
bit
sure.
of everybody does.
Yeah, most people do.
Everybody at least likes a couple minutes of Real Housewives.
And if you don't like, if you don't feed into it, it's you intentionally are trying not to.
Yes.
Because it's like a car wreck. Everybody wants to look at the car wreck, but if you don't, you're consciously like, I hate you guys.
Yeah.
You're so stupid rubbernecking. You know, as you're going by, like everybody that's disagreeing with the rubberneck is still trying to kind of look.
Oh, 100%.
You know, you're just not stopping your car.
I just had my girl the other day tell me like, stop looking, and I'm like, you're looking.
Yeah, the only reason you know I'm looking is because you're looking.
Yeah, you're looking past me. That's why you can fucking see that I'm looking.
Yeah, but that's what the, you know, kind of what that pitfall is with the chismoso stuff, the gossip. So you like a good soap opera.
Yeah. Do you think Just Pearly Things is like trolling, but in a different form? Like, do you think that she's trolling the red pill world by like doing this just to get like the attention, but it's not real?
No, I don't think she's trolling. This is by Just Pearly Things. If you know, if you're unfamiliar, she's a content creator in the red pill space, which is, you know, like masculine excellence, which
The
you know,
manosphere?
the manosphere, you know, so to speak, which we try to kind of not go too deep down that rabbit hole, but she created a lot of content, and it's being speculated now because her channel is getting much less engagement. So they're saying that she kind of, you know, extorted or kind of really took advantage of and exploited rather the algorithm for the shorts when YouTube was really pushing shorts. So she was putting up like 10 shorts a day, you know, and she grew herself to an incredibly large subscriber count. In like a year, she broke 1 million. That's crazy.
Which is insane.
She broke 1 million in a year.
She's also, it's also the fact that she's like one of the first like females in this space.
Yeah. Now, I agree. I think really where I think she got the idea to really fully commit and do this content was when she was with Allie, because Allie is actually living this life. So if you ask me, I think Pearl is kind of replicating the life that Allie lives. Do you know Allie?
No.
She's the girl that went viral in the video that blew Pearl up. She's the one when they were in the backseat of the Uber and Pearl was filming her on her phone and was like, why don't you talk to the girls out here? You know, and she was like, yeah. She's like, I just got engaged. My ring. She's like, I love my man, and I do what my man wants me to do and shit like that. And she's like, and I'm happy, and I'm about to get married. She's like, the rest of you girls out here that want to be independent boss babes and all this, she's like, you're wasting your time. She's like, you want to go work retail and clean those shelves for your boss? She's like, I'd rather clean the shelves in my house. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Perfect. That's the video right there. That's the one that, or one of them. I think it was actually, yeah, that's the one I think that made her go viral. Or one of them. So the girl on the left is Allie. I don't know if anybody can see that. They can't.
They can't see
but
it.
that's for you. So so that girl, that video went crazy viral and it blew up because she was just talking about, you know, why don't you want to work for your family and work in your own home all day? And while your man makes the money, she's like, instead of going and having some stranger who's also a man that's making you do the same thing that also wants to sleep with you, but you actually want to sleep with your husband. She's like, so why don't you go home, work for your husband, sleep with your husband, and clean your own shelves? She's like, and get married. She's like, instead of just doing all this other shit.
It's like, I just figured it out, guys. Something's just clicked for me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do everything I do at work. I'm going to do it at home.
Yeah. And not to mention, she's also a veteran. She was in the military. She was in the U.S. services. That's that girl, Allie.
Allie, thank you for your services.
Yeah. And Pearl was the one that posted that video and it exploded. And then next thing you know, Pearl was, I know you're cooking, aren't you? You slow roasting, huh?
It is So fucking hot down here. I wish I could turn one of these cameras around so you guys could see how many fucking lights are in this fucking room.
Yeah, part of me, if I wanted people to leave the live chat, yo, your ears are different from them headphones.
Bro.
With the sweat, they're glued to your head.
Do you see like the sweat coming down my neck?
Bro, you kidding me? I have a hat on. And I have closed shoes on.
All right, I'm not gonna complain about it anymore.
All right?
Not for the rest of this episode.
But yeah, so I think Pearl just realized that there's a big space and there's room for this for a woman to be making this kind of content, so she started doing it.
And like you said, there's no such thing as bad press, right? Whether negative engagement and positive engagement all pays the same.
I do think that the way she started doing certain things, she started modifying her content. Like she started throwing people out.
Yeah, I didn't think that was cool when Fresh and Fit were doing it either.
But this one girl needed to go. She was wilding. She was combative and arguing with all the people in there. And she's like, yo, can you stop? Yo, the girl got up and it's kind of, I'll be honest with you. Listen, I'm born and raised in New York. So certain things aren't as scary to me as other things. You know what's like not normal for me to hear and kind of off-putting is threats in British slang. This lady was like, oh, I'll get them, mandem. You want to go? Oh, all right. She said, I'll come back and smoke, you know? She was saying like some kind of
It's like, wait, what the fuck are you saying?
It was almost like this British / like island kind of like, I was like, oh shit. I was like, Pearl better have security up in there. I was like, this chick's going to really come back. Cause she's like Myron from Fresh and Fit. She has the studio in her apartment, like in her loft in London.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
At least Myron's in a different apartment in the apartment building.
Yeah, man. Exactly. But so he has 2 apartments in there.
Yeah.
Damn, that dude. Them dudes are really doing it, bro. That dude works so hard. I'm like, man, that kind of dedication and that kind of hard work is so admirable.
It's 100% like obvious like why they're successful. I just don't think there's a lot of longevity in that. I don't think that this whole like manosphere thing will like. I think this will fizzle out.
I agree. I think guys.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think that it's going to fizzle out because it's like the people who are going to do it and who are going to do whatever whatever it is that your goals are, right? There's going to be people who are going to do it and there's going to be people who aren't going to do it. And the people who are going to do it are still going to do it. And the people who aren't going to do it, they're not going to do it. Somebody who wants to do something will find a way to get it done. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why you can take millions of dollars. You could put people in prison and put them in jail for whatever, tax fraud, take all their money, and they come out of jail and then they're millionaires within a year. You know, because it's like there's just I don't know if it's like character flaws in certain people or like determination or willpower. I don't know what it is, but there's people who are going to do it and there's people who aren't going to do it.
It's just knowing how to do it. You know, if we stop driving cars. And they said we can only drive motorcycles. You already know how to work on cars. You'll be able to figure out how to work on a motorcycle. And you'll just learn the same thing. If you're a mechanic and they take away cars and change the form of transportation, you're going to learn to work on whatever kind of motor that is. And you're just going to build your business all over again. Yeah. It's, if making millions of dollars is not accidental. The only people that can't duplicate that or replicate that rather are people that came into money without any of the work, or they didn't. I'm talking about lottery, stuff like that. Even if you look, Powerball, exactly. So Powerball is up $1 billion tomorrow night. Whoever wins that, they'll end up coming home with like $500K. But
500M.
I mean 500 million. Yes. So if you win that, hopefully Spaz wins that.
I hope he does.
If somebody wins that, they're not going to manage that money properly. They're not going to be able to do the things that you're supposed to do. They're not going to go and get a financial advisor. They're going to be like, nice, Rolex immediately.
Yeah.
Rolex, Ferrari, mansion, not understanding the upkeep and shit.
I also believe that another reason why it'll fizzle out is because I think that over time people will realize that like there's still a lot of work in it for the man. I think when you look at it at a surface level, it seems like all men are entitled to like what they're kind of spitting, but they're saying it's like, wait, no, that's not the name of the game. Like you still have to work very hard as well.
You're talking about the red pill space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of what? Because that's kind of where this conversation.
Yeah,
derived
sure,
from.
sure.
So I'm like, that's another thing is people realizing it's like, fuck, I gotta fucking work hard too. I gotta go get this money. I gotta do this. I gotta be in shape. But the prerequisites for you to even get to the level where they are telling you that you could do some of the things that you want to do are still very difficult.
Yeah, you can't be. I think what you're trying to say, right, or what you're saying, if I understand it correctly, is that there's criteria for people that can apply these techniques.
100%.
You know, like when Andrew Tate says, I got my pick of girls. There's a whole bunch of girls. They need to know that they're going to share me. That's not for the guy that's working overnight at Target and has no car.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No. You ain't there yet. Not saying you can't get there.
You're just not there yet. And no matter how many podcasts you listen to, you don't just get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Let's see. So we got a tweet here that's a little bit of a understanding here. So
this is Asmongold.
Yeah. So he says gambling advice. You can win 2,000% of your money, but you can only lose 100% of your money. You do the math.
You can win 1,000% of your money.
2,000.
2,000% of your money.
Yeah.
But you can only lose 100% of it. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. That's pretty, I mean, I don't know if that was supposed to deter me from gambling or make me want to gamble, but it makes me want to put money in my DraftKings.
It makes me want to gamble. I don't
Because
know
I'm
what
like,
the intention of that was.
Yeah.
And another thing is, we have to move this stupid fucking screen. For you guys at home, you guys don't know this, but our reference monitor is over here. And admittedly, it was my idea to put it here. I think, right? Or
Of course it was.
Idea?
Anything that doesn't work is your idea.
No, I think this was your idea. I wanted to put it here, but
You can't put it there.
I think we could put it there.
No.
Yeah. Spaz says we need 2 reference monitors.
Yeah, that's true. We could leave that one right there and we'll go half on another one.
There you go. We'll get another reference.
Yeah, we'll put it right over here.
I keep having to go like this to see what the fuck is going on. It makes me look like I'm suspicious.
We're also, I think we should do a behind the scenes of our studio as well.
Yeah, once everything's set up, we should definitely.
Yeah, once everything's set up, we're going to do it behind the scenes because we've got quite a few people that have reached out to us, people that I do think have a lot to say, and I'd like to hear what they have to say. So they want to come on as guests, but then we also have a few of them that are considering doing a podcast themselves. So they kind of want to see what we're doing. I do think the majority of people don't know the amount of stuff that goes into this. And they're not quite ready for this. I mean, we weren't ready for it. We thought we were ready for it, but you don't know until you just start doing something.
Yeah, because you could just do it with your phone, if you really wanted to.
You could.
There's a million different ways to do it. Choose one.
Yeah. Exactly.
6 million ways. No, but it's the truth. You could do it just off your phone, and then there's people who are doing it with like fucking movie quality shit. And then there's a million in between.
True. I mean, because what we're ultimately trying to do, right? We're thinking about trying to compete with certain.
Yeah, so you have to put out a certain product.
Correct. So we're, the reason why we do, kind of as much as we do is we're trying to keep up with kind of the standard of the level that we hope this podcast reaches.
That's the interesting thing about doing stuff on the internet is that, like, you might not be directly competing with like Joe Rogan, right? But you're like on the same site as him.
No,
right?
you potentially are competing with him.
Yeah, like you're in this same. It's not like being on TV, right? Being on TV is different, right? Because you could, even if you do get on TV, you might not be on Fox, you might not be on ABC, you might not be on like TNT or whatever I don't have cable, guys, so I don't know the fucking channels. But you might not be on Nickelodeon or whatever. You might be on another show. But when you're on the internet and you're on YouTube, it's like, oh, we're all on the same fucking platform.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is when it comes to TV, you can't be, not everything is on at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not possible to watch everything. You don't have infinite options to watch. Only what's on at the time you're sitting down to watch, right?
Yeah.
So when you have podcasts, it's infinite. You can choose from anything. Mm-hmm. You know?
Whatever your interest is. Ray Fig says the most hated space in 2023 was the Manosphere.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think Ray's like low-key be like throwing super chats in Fresh and Fit. Ray, let us know, man.
Yeah. Are you the one that's fresh as BBC? But yeah, so
funny.
we are going to do like a little behind the scenes or Something like that. Something along
We'll get
those
something
lines.
done. We'll get
Yeah.
something done, all right? We got a couple things on the list. At the very top of it is a new rug, all right? Cover up some of these wires. You guys don't see them, but we do. And then we'll hang shit up.
Yeah. And listen, everybody that's in the chat right now, if you could give us a thumbs up, man, it would really help the channel, help the algorithm, and help to get this podcast in front of more people. It's a huge help to us. It's free. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you're interested in catching the live episodes. It really helps us a lot. But the thumbs up for sure.
For sure.
For sure. And subscribe. We lost a couple subs, but it's all good.
They come and they go. You want to talk about Jay-Z being honored at the with the Book of Hove exhibit in Brooklyn?
Yes, I actually would love to. I'm a little upset I didn't get to go this weekend, but I am going to go, and we should go together.
I was just going to say we should go.
So Jay-Z was honored at the Brooklyn Public Library in one of the most incredible ways I've seen an artist. I mean, Jay-Z is one of the very few people that I think is getting his flowers while he's here. People appreciate him. They give him all the accolades and all the pats on the back for being, a hip hop billionaire and all this stuff. And at the Brooklyn Public Library, they did an incredible exhibit with all these different, it's like a museum set up for Jay-Z. On the outside, they have lyrics to his songs plastered on the building. They're up on the building. You can read his lyrics.
That's sick.
And then inside they have different displays, like they have kind of vinyl, or they look to be vinyl. They could be sculptures. I'm not sure, of the characters that he used in the cartoon video for OJ. The song that he did, the story of OJ.
I seen the figurines.
Yeah. So that exactly figurines. So they had that. They had
I thought they were sick. That's what dragged
Yeah.
me into it. And I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what is this?
It was so dope, man. They had kind of a physical recreation of the set that was in the photograph or the album artwork of the Blueprint 3. So it was like this big like white sculpture of like different things all put together, and then with the three red
lines.
Yeah, exactly. They had that, a whole bunch of stuff. But what I found to be so incredible and so compelling was that he had to be involved in this, because I don't know who would think to do this, but it was amazing. They recreated Baseline Studios, which was Jay-Z's recording studio that he owned with Rockefeller Records. And it's so iconic because I've seen this studio in so many bits, because those of you that don't know, I'm a music producer. So I've been seeing the inside of this studio in video content for 20 years.
Jeez.
They recorded and produced the Dynasty in that studio. They did Beans' album in there. They did Freeway's album in there. They did Memphis Bleak's project in there. They did the Blueprint 1 in there. Young Guru was the engineer in there, who's the one, yo, Guru, bring in the flutes, Guru. He's his engineer. Just Blaze made beats in there. There's videos of Kanye making beats in there. It's just the amount of stuff like Bink has produced in that studio. Missy Elliott has had artists in there, but mainly just the hub of New York and the hub of Brooklyn hip hop and Rockefeller Records, and everybody from Dame Dash to Dipset to, State Property, all the State Property, and Jay-Z's best album, in my opinion. I'm a hip hop head and a Jay-Z fan, but the Blueprint 1 to me is the best album ever recorded. And that's me, of course. People, you could throw your Beatles out there. You could throw your Led Zeppelin out there, whatever you want to argue with me about. To me, in my life, the Blueprint 1 is the best album ever recorded. And that shit was recorded in that studio. So I'm hyped to go there.
How long is the exhibit on for, do you know?
There's no close date yet. I've been looking, but they said that it's estimated or it's projected to stay open through the fall.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So what I really want to do is go like this weekend. Mm-hmm. I want to try to get in there. I want to try to see what's up. X went. Those that don't know, he's the designer and owner and creator of the Basics New York, which is the brand I have on right here that I showed earlier. It's also we have a hat and some other clothing that we have on here. We've worn it on the podcast. Rick Ross has worn the brand. It's really well made, professional style, like really high quality goods. So if you ever want to check that out, the Basics New York. But he went and he asked me to go. He was like, yo, you want to come? We're going on Sunday. They went, but I couldn't go, man. I couldn't go. I had too much shit going on, but I'm disappointed I couldn't go, but I'm excited to go when I finally have the opportunity. I know it was probably more than you expected.
No, it's
ramble about.
I'm happy that it's going on through the fall too.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So Yeah, I mean, we have.
If I don't go with you soon, then I could always go when during Pokemon Go Community Day, New York.
True.
I'll be over there.
And
in
see,
August.
I'm a little concerned because I don't want it to get taken down. You know, I don't want there to be a reason. I'm so worried with
that shit's gonna make so much money. It's gonna be up there permanently.
it's free.
What?
It's free to get in, dude.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. I'm worried that there's gonna be some idiot that's gonna go in there. If somebody's
Throw
in there
milk
while
all
I'm
over
in
the
there
place?
and dumps like paint on the baseline studios, is like, stop oil. I can't say I'm not gonna sleep that person.
That's so funny.
That's crazy, dude.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, it better not, because I want to get there and I want to, because this is the kind of museum I want to go to. You know, this is the kind of exhibit that, or exhibition, exhibit, whatever you call it, that I, honestly, as corny as it sounds, that shit means something to me.
That shit's super, dude.
It
it's a part of your
resonates with me.
childhood.
Dude, it's. I was in 10th grade when that came out. 9/11, that album, the Blueprint 1, that was the main project that makes me think about Baseline Studios, was released on 9/11. I was in 10th grade when that album dropped, and I was waiting to get out of school so I could go get the album, and then the planes hit the towers.
You were in 11th grade?
10th grade.
10th grade when that happened?
Yeah, I was in 10th grade, man. I was in math class, Mr. Thomas's math class. He was our wrestling coach.
Old as fuck, bro. How
Yeah.
the fuck you so old, nigga? You skip a grade?
That's not the question. You should ask why the fuck I look so good. You shouldn't say why you so old. You should say how the fuck you look so good.
We talked about how handsome you are many times, all right?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean,
You're
just
very
like,
handsome.
You know, my youthful spirit. You know
Very
what I'm saying?
youthful. You're silky smooth. Big, huge cock.
Hey.
There's still one more thing we want to talk about. I believe there's still one more thing we got to talk about. I want to talk about that janitor. This is actually from the topic suggestions in the Discord. So if you guys join the Discord, you'll be able to see this and you'll be able to post things in the topic suggestion.
Yeah, and you'll have a little heads up on what we're going to discuss. So this way you can throw some stuff in, some comments in, and you can give some feedback as the episode goes on.
All facts. Can you bring up? Can you bring up Tom? Can you bring up the janitor article for me? And then Justin, you're gonna have to take this one by the horns because it's like over my shoulder.
Yeah, you want me to read it from over here? All right, man. Luckily, I still got, see these youthful eyes, baby. I got 2010.
Yeah.
2010 vision. I haven't had my vision checked since like 3rd grade, but I hold on to that 2010 because that's the last time it's accurate. You know, it's the most recent eye exam I've had.
Which was like 13 years ago.
13? It was probably like 30 years ago.
It's in the it should be already open in the Chrome that's red, the Masters and None Chrome. It's not a video, no. It's just an article. Just move the article over because I don't think Justin knows the story. I do, but it's over my shoulder.
So you could talk about it if you want. So, you know, what Berto's referring to is where Spaz is helping us out and going to throw this up. Oh, that's Muhammad Hadid. Yo, go back to Muhammad Hadid, bro. Nah, never mind. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm sorry. I don't want to distract us. But he pulled up Muhammad Hadid, which is the father of Bella and Gigi Hadid, which I
You can
thought.
just go to the Discord. It's linked in the Discord. But essentially, I'll start telling you guys about it, and then Justin can give you guys the real details.
I can?
Yeah,
I mean, I can.
because he's gonna pull up the link, and then you get to read. So
All right.
there's a janitor at a school, right? And I was once a janitor, so I know what this is like.
As was I.
We were both janitors at one point.
Coolest fucking janitors you ever knew, dog.
Oh, rockin'.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, so yeah, we don't blow it up anymore. I heard about that. This janitor is upset about this beeping that this fucking fridge is making. And I'll tell you one thing: when you're working like in a space that's closed and it's just you and that place, and there's like a sound or something going on, I'm not gonna say that I too wouldn't have been tempted to just unplug some shit and turn it off, but this guy unplugged the wrong thing, and he unplugged, what was it, a refrigerator?
Yeah, he unplugged a refrigerator that was holding, or a freezer. It was a lab freezer that destroyed decades of research.
Decades of research.
Decades. Decades.
How crazy is that? So 2 things. It's like, is this thing on battery backup? Something like that important, somebody's phone should ring when that shit ain't working.
Yeah. Where was this guy during the Shman Shmemic?
Well,
Could have prevented this whole goddamn thing.
he might have been the guy that started it. They moved him over. They moved
fired him.
No, those janitors, they treat him like priests. If you fuck up, they just move you to another state.
I like it when he said if you just fuck up.
Yeah. If you break rule number 1, they just move you to a different state.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah, this guy downgraded. He was at a BOCES. He wasn't like at a high school or anything.
Yeah,
This is
so-
a technical institution.
Yeah, if you want, I'll read a little bit. If you want to shrink that a little for me, Spaz, for some reason the monitor is not showing me the whole thing. So it was more than 20 years of scientific research down the drain. Oh my God. So this is at a school in upstate New York. So they say that the janitor turned off a lab freezer after hearing multiple annoying alarms. Decades of research, including cell cultures and specimens, were ruined. According to the school, the janitor turned off the power to the freezer despite a written note on it warning not to do anything to it while it undergoes emergency repairs. Man. So the school says...
this thing was down for some reason. It was fucked up, and then he just... Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean-
I give him a little...
I mean, maybe no speaky, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you think they
might have
got-
been tough. I want to make sure that sign was bilingual porque mi gente no entiende inglés,
Yeah,
no
it's the
puede leer
truth.
inglés.
What's this guy's name? What's this
Yeah.
guy's name? Let's pull up his name.
Humberto Rodriguez, vamos.
Was that his name?
Let's see, is that his name? No, that's the company. They don't want to say his name. They're not going to out him.
Yeah.
So the school says a safety lockbox had been installed around the freezer's outlet and socket. So the janitor... he flipped the circuit breaker, turning
No,
the
he
freezer
tripped
off.
the breaker. Dude, that must have been an annoying alarm.
Yeah, it must have been crazy and constant. Maybe he had hearing aids or something. Maybe it was making him whistle or some shit.
I don't know. I mean, at the same time, like I feel like he shouldn't have done that.
They're suing the company that deployed the janitor.
Yeah,
the school
because
is.
that guy doesn't have status. He's not going to get him anything.
Yeah, they're suing him for more than $1 million in damages and legal fees. And I can't see the first word, but the Polytechnic Institute blames the company, not the contracted worker himself, claiming it failed to properly train and supervise him. So,
I mean, that's common sense shit. You're not supposed to fucking unplug things. But you know what? I guess fuck me. That's something that's got to, like, why was that alarm ringing? You know, because I'll give you an example, right? You've ever been in a hospital and hear like the fucking bed alarms going off?
No, never, but I've heard about it.
So I'm sure that sometimes when people work in hospitals and they hear those fucking alarms going off, they just want to fucking unplug that fucking machine so this thing will shut the fuck up.
I mean, there's a lot of annoying shit, but what people and this guy himself, what you got to try to do is understand that alarm's ringing for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, because it's always every alarm, if you ever notice, is a really obnoxious tone.
It's intentional, yeah.
It's an annoying, obnoxious. I don't care if it's a fire alarm, if it's an emergency door alarm, a car alarm. They're always a frequency and a note, like a register, that's really annoying. It'll be like
It's supposed to wake you up out of your sleep.
yeah, it's like a really augmented chord or something, just an uncomfortable sound that you have to address.
That shit's supposed to scare away intruders.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be so annoying you can't, seatbelt alarms in the car.
Oh
like
my God.
they intentionally put it at like a note that you can't, it's like you get this visceral kind of,
Dude, you ever been in a new CRV? That shit starts like,
there you go, vamos.
exactly,
Hey!
just like that.
Give it one more time.
One more time.
Beep, 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 beep.
It's like the CRV, like
Boop, boop, boop. Go ahead.
the new CRV. I got in one the other day, right? I was just sitting in it. I didn't have my seatbelts on. Shame on me. But it goes beep, 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 beep. It starts getting louder and faster. And at one point, I was like, okay. And I just put my seatbelts on. But I was like, this is the kind of shit that you need in every car.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's a shame, that you need that, but some people just don't. I have a very good friend that we talk on the phone a lot, besides you, and he never puts a seatbelt on.
I always put my seatbelts on. I don't always put it on right away. That's my one thing I should do. I've always put it on when their car reminds me to put it on.
He don't hear it no more.
It's white noise to him.
He doesn't hear it anymore. It's like he's driving and I hear it over the phone. I'm like, bro, put your seatbelt on. And he's like, man, what are you even talking about? I'm like, bro, I can hear it. It's crazy.
Did he get like one of those fake fucking seatbelt clicker things? that
No,
you can
he just
put in
lets
there?
it ring.
Oh, jeez.
It's crazy.
It's crazy they even sell shit like that, though. You ever seen that? It's like a buckle that
yeah.
you just plug into your seatbelt.
It's like a dummy alarm.
Yes, it's like a dummy buckle.
Like a dummy. Yeah, that's crazy. But we are over the
We're
hour.
over the hour.
So what I'm thinking is, I want to say real quick, we're talking about alarms and shit and like sounds you can't. And seatbelts, I was thinking about. Put your seatbelt on. But I saw a really heroic video, the body cam footage of that officer that took down that mall shooter that was.
Oh my God!
Did you see it?
Yeah, I seen the Donut Media video.
When he's talking to that mother with the kids, that's how the video starts. It's his body cam, and he's in the parking lot, and he's like, "Remember, kids, you got to listen to your mom."
Yes.
You know, you got to. And the video link is in the Discord if you want to see this video. But it's one of the most
Crazy.
heroic things I've seen, and it freaking. I get so hyped for this dude.
Don't talk about too much. Tell him to go in the Discord.
Yeah, go in the Discord and watch the video. It's incredible. It's this guy that damn, my tattoo looks so fire. But go to that Discord, go to the link and watch the video of this heroic officer that took down this shooter. I mean, he's literally talking to a family, hears the gunshots and goes into action. It's incredible. So go ahead and watch that. And again, guys, make sure that you tune in to the podcast. Whenever you get an opportunity, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you never miss an episode every time we go live. And if you prefer the audio content or the audio version of the podcast, go check us out on any podcast platform where you consume podcasts: Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, Apple Podcast, Google Play Store, all that good stuff. And Berto's going to put us, he says to jump in the Discord, help us out, right? What do you
Jump in
got?
Discord, talk to us. Tell us how much you love us. Tell us how much you hate us. Special thank you to Spaz for helping us out tonight. We appreciate you.
That's right.
What was coming
And sorry, Twiz, you're not here tonight, but the man Spaz is here. And we will have this studio up and with our new concept for the backdrop, all that kind of stuff that we're going to have going on very, very soon. And we look forward to having Twiz back in person. Spaz, thank you so much, dude. You are the man.
He's
Thanks
the
to
guy.
everybody that's in the chat right now, everybody that tuned in live. Join that Discord. I'm telling you right now. Join that Discord.
Justin's been promising us nudes. He's like honey dicking us like OnlyFans girls.
Yeah, listen. You guys, when
Justin's
you're ready,
got to put his
ready.
gamer tag in there.
Yeah. What
Yeah?
does that mean?
Hit the music.
Oh! I got it this time.
You got it? Justin's, I don't know if Justin knows which button it is.
You gotta tell me, bro. I think it's the orange, you know?
Let's see.
You gonna let me guess?
There you go. That's it. Masters of None, episode 150 something. Thanks everybody who came through.
Wilson Manyoma. Orgona.
I muted every mic on the broadcast.
Dude, it is hot.